you saw a little bit more in the second half. We thought we had the answer, but the stuff we were doing, similar to stuff we were doing down there at their place. And to their credit, it just, they did a great job guarding us. So we got into some different stuff that helped us offensively. And then, they start taking the ball out of the net. We get our defense set, and we're able to do a much better job defensively in the second half.
Coach didn't get the game tied up until it was 53-all. You had the early jump lead, but then the Huskies got in front and led by as many as 14. You always got to have some in the tank when you get you got to climb the mountain, and then you got to get over it.
Yeah, and we did in the first half. I think 22 to 26, something like that. We came all the way back when we weren't playing well. We found something offensively. But then to their credit, they kept coming. They hit some shots. They got loose and buried some threes on us. And to get that lead back up to what it was. And again, like you said, you come back and then they make a little run and they make a shot. But then we were finally able to string stops together and scores and get back. And, the last 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, whatever it was a one-point game pretty much the entire way. No one could really get a stop. And teams were kind of scoring or getting to the foul line, playing really good offense under control. And then C.J. Roberts makes play.
All right, let's talk about that last sequence. So Houston Christian's down here at the line making free throws. Alonzo Dodd fouled out, and then with 4.5 left, was that what you drew up? C.J. Roberts taking it and running the length of the floor.
Yeah, we wanted to get him going, and I told him, I was like, you're probably going to have to pass it. You might not be able to get far enough, but he's can get up and down the floor very quickly. I'm going to have to give him a hard time to show him that, and then all the times he's jogging back on defense. So I was like, you got another gear in you that we just saw right there. But good for him. He didn't have it in his first half. Some of it's, you can't have it if you're not in the game. But I'm obviously, as much as anybody, I'm glad that I went back to him and he played well. And it's just really good to see a guy off our bench that had the injury that was a leading scorer last year. He's been a phenomenal teammate. He's everything you can ask for. This guy's your senior year, man. You want to come out and you want to do well, but he's just proven he's about winning. And he made big plays, and obviously he made the biggest play of the night tonight with getting the and one with basically no time left. At point 2, they literally can't catch and shoot a basketball just with the rules. So we knew when they put point 2 up, if he missed a free throw, they weren't going to have a chance to win. Jay and Brew today, we just haven't been starting games well. We started good in the first minute and a half, and then the team went on a run. So we got to look at that. We've got to play better in the first 5 minutes. I'm not, not sure what it is, but we need to go back and look at multiple games and see if there's any carryover from those. But they played well. Brew missed a couple bunnies, but played 27 minutes with no turnovers. It was really good for us. And then you get contributions all over: 5, 8, 8, 7, 17, 15, 5, and 10. That's what we like to. That's when we're good, is when multiple guys are in double figures and everyone's kind of scoring because the ball's moving.
That may be the quietest 8 points I've ever seen out of Abdul Mateen. 3 of 7 shooting, but 1 of them a 3. And then he got to the fix and feed line for 1 also.
Yeah, and he got the ball in the paint multiple times. He had the and one. I thought he got fouled on a couple other ones. One of them he made, one of them he missed, but did a really good job of driving the switches and getting really deep. And when no one comes and helps over, we just want to take those shots at the rim. It's good shots for us. So after a really poor first half shooting the ball, it's good to see us. You shot almost 44% from 3. And we'll take 10 for 30 all day long from the three-point line. It creates offensive rebounding opportunities for us, and it's just with how we assemble our team and how we want to play, that's a good number for us.
All right, Coach, you defended the home court. You're 4-1. Everybody else has played like double-digit games on their home court. The Lions have played 5, but you won 4 of them. And defending the floor is something you've preached from time immemorial.
It's so important. It's so important. It's important for a lot of reasons, but number one, it's just it's where you practice every day. You don't have to deal with travel and what the other team's going through, and not only that, our crowd was phenomenal tonight. We got our students back in town, but our band's amazing. We had cheer and dance. The locals that are here every day. You're talking about these courtside seats were packed. So it's great for our fans when they get it, when they spend time and energy and money to come to watch us play. When we're able to put a good product on the floor, it might not always end in a win, but that first half's not a great product. We need to put a good product on the floor every time we step on this floor.
All right, Coach, you got to go back out on the road next week for the first game of the two, kind of like we just had, down to Thibodaux, and then come back home to play on Saturday. It doesn't matter who.
I don't know.
You just look one ahead too, right?
Yeah, I know we're playing at Nichols. I just said it in there.
Is it better to have such a wild finish on a game at home and then have a little gap between this one and the next game so there's not that hangover? Does it matter?
I don't know. I guess it could give you positive juice going into versus losing a close game like this. I think it's good for us because we're able to still really have a great mindset and coach them. I think, this is our first weekend sweep of the year. So from a mindset standpoint, our guys should be locked in to continue to get better. We made a lot of defensive mental coverage mistakes. Not a physical mistake, not losing a battle. We made a lot of mental mistakes. Part of that's playing at home in front of the crowd, which we haven't had a lot of experience with this year.
No.
So we got to be better. It's great. It's great to show film after a win. We'll obviously on the clip tape be able to show us execute into the game situation. Not only did we get the win out of it, but it's a good thing to hammer home of you got to execute what we draw up in the huddle. Give ourselves the best chance, all 5 guys on the same page. So just really appreciate crowd, administration, town, everyone. I mean, it was loud in here. It wasn't sold out, but it was loud when it needed to be loud, and, it's a pretty good ending for everyone that was in attendance.
All right, man. Thank you so much for coming over. It's always a pleasure to visit, and especially after a dub. Jarrett Von Rosenberg, head coach of A&M-Commerce Lions. They come up with another